Hey folks, Summer Robbins here, your real estate runner located in Casper, Wyoming. Today, I thought I would mix things up a little bit and bring my husband on to talk about our journey moving from Southern California to Casper. I have obviously shared my version of the story of how we landed here in Casper when looking to relocate, but I just thought it might be interesting to get a male's perspective on what it was like during the relocation process. Now, full disclosure, my husband, like myself, was a California native, so you're going to be getting the inside scoop on what it was like for a California guy to relocate here to Casper, Wyoming. Let's dive into it. All right, everyone, this is my husband, Ryan. This is the man I'm going to be interviewing today, and he'll be giving us some perspective on what it was like for him moving to Casper. So I'm going to kick off this interview with the first question of please just tell our viewers about your background and what led us to Casper.
Okay, almost sounds like a job interview more than a YouTube. First thing, you totally put that California label all over me, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to shake that now. It's going to be terrible. You're going to get all kinds of hate comments on your channel now.
I already do. It's fine.
It's all right. So you already mentioned where I was from. About myself, I've been in the electrical utility industry now. I've got to be close to 20 years. So I've been doing that for a bit. I know looks like I'm not even 20, but I've been doing it for a minute. I enjoy outdoors, hunting, fishing, hiking. You've told them we've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Okay. We got 2 daughters. And then why Casper? So I always tell people that we didn't choose Casper, that Casper chose us, Wyoming chose us. And it's not cliche or anything. We were good with where we were. We were both happy, both had good jobs, kids had good schools, and everything was good until it wasn't. It wasn't good anymore. Between financially, just how expensive it became, and then the political environment was, can I say, oppressive? Kind of putting the screws to you a little bit. And that's when you and I really in earnest started looking for what else is out there. And we initially had a list, and at the top of the list it said ABC for anywhere but California. And that's really that's what the scope was initially. What led us to Wyoming is that's a job opportunity opened up out of nowhere, and it was in my industry and lined up really well with my career. I got the job offer, came out here on a kind of a scouting trip because we'd never been to the state of Wyoming, much less Casper. Got out here in October. It was 78 degrees.
Beautiful. The
trees were changing colors on the mountain, just gorgeous. Toured a couple schools. There was a fantastic school for our kids. We went to a church. Church is big for us and our family, and it just so happened the head pastor wasn't preaching that day. It was the youth pastor, who happened to be from Ventura,
California.
Stop saying that word. It's
okay,
gonna be terrible.
From the coastal state that shall not be named.
Exactly.
But we took it as a sign that we were probably in good company.
And everything really lined up for us.
Yeah, it did. I totally agree. All right, so what was the first week like when we moved here to Casper for you?
The first,
that's a fun one.
Yeah, the first week was exciting. We arrived the beginning of December of 21, and we were able to get everything unpacked, which was nice, before the snow started. And it started snowing. We drove, and the vehicle we were driving in the rental, it was great. Those highway tires were fantastic until it started snowing. Fortunately, the drivers in Casper were mostly nice and made way for the guy in the highway tires sliding all over the place. So it was fun getting the rental car returned back over to the airport. and then we got in on a Sunday. So Wednesday, 3 o'clock in the morning, we woke up to what I swore was a tornado. That was our first nice warm welcome from the Wyoming wind, and the flashing on the house across the street from us broke off, and it started just slapping on the house. It was something else. So it was a good immersion into hey, welcome.
Yeah. And I think that feeling continued for about the first month, because when you move in December, you're not only dealing with snow, but you're also dealing with some of the worst winds, because the wind seems to be the worst, like December through maybe February, you'd say.
Yep, that's fair.
It does continue to blow through the spring too, and then it tapers off a ton during the summertime, to where it's actually really nice, just like a nice cool breeze. But yeah, that first month, adjusting to everything, the wind and the snow and driving, it was a lot.
Yep.
It was like a reality check. But you get through it, and then you appreciate it. You're like, okay,
yeah.
All right.
Oh, good.
All right, so...
I only had to be in rehab for like 4 or 5 months.
Oh, my word. Okay, so what has been the biggest challenge for you in moving to Casper?
Biggest challenge. So we had that week that I'd say was, unpacking and everything, the logistics. You kind of mentioned the first month of December. I mean, that almost feels like it's a vacation kind of. It doesn't feel like
real.
This is your permanent, this is where you are.
Yeah.
Outside of just getting used to the weather, I haven't had like a ton of challenges. It hasn't been, I mean, it's not like we moved somewhere we had to learn a new language, new currency, a lot. It hasn't been a massive challenge. I had to learn new things with my job, but that's going to be any job, kind of anywhere. I don't know. It just hasn't been.
Maybe the driving?
I do a bit of driving for my job, because I have to go to different locations across the state. My day-to-day commute is, 12 minutes.
Yeah. Which
is a perk from what it was prior. Maybe that's why the driving doesn't bother me. It was at one point my to work commute was 50 minutes,
and home
was 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So I don't really mind driving to a different location. I mean, I'll drive to Rock Springs, which is 3.5 hours from here, and it's not terrible. I only have to do it, I don't know, once every month or two.
Maybe the driving conditions, though. You have to learn.
Yeah, that's a different... Yeah, okay. Fair.
I guess that's what I was going for, was the driving conditions and learning how to be prepared
I didn't read the questions before, so I didn't have time to prep. No, that's fair. There's been a couple of times to where you have to learn to drive while not being able to see.
Yeah.
You hear about whiteout conditions, and there've been I don't know, about 3 or 4 times to where you just can't see for 5, 10, 15 seconds, which doesn't sound like a long time. It's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so fine. I'd agree with you there. Driving conditions can definitely be challenging.
Okay. That's kind of what I figured.
Okay.
What do you enjoy the most about living in Casper?
The people are good. So if you talk to folks from Wyoming, Casper's the big city. It's not really Wyoming. Casper's been fantastic for our family.
Yeah.
It's big enough for you and the kids, and having options for school and shopping. You've got enough of those amenities.
Yeah.
But you're still in Wyoming, so it's a really good fit there. I mentioned I enjoy hiking. There's a mountain that we're 15 minutes from that I can get up and hike. There's a trail I like to do. It's 1,000-foot elevation gain in just 4-mile little loop that I can just hit real quick after work, and it doesn't throw off the schedule too much. Obviously, hunting is just fantastic. Where we live, I can walk to the North Platte, and I can throw a line in the water. Like I said, I don't know, 10-minute walk, really quick. there's a ton of just outdoor activities.
Yeah.
There's enough fun stuff to do indoors with the kids, nature trail. There's a roller rink here, like with legit roller skating. So the kids like doing that. There's a lot to do here. The people are good.
Yeah.
I really like the mindset that's out here. It truly is that rugged individualism, that feel of you can kind of do what you want to do. That live and let live feel is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's been good having that.
Yeah. Well, and everyone cares. That's what I like too, is that it is small enough to where when there's an issue in town, whether it be with a business or a family or even just an individual, if somebody gives permission to allow that to be shared, the need will be filled.
Yep, that's good.
So if people want to keep it private, that's different. But if people allow that to be shared, whether it be like a GoFundMe or a fundraiser, whatever, I like that.
Yeah,
that it's small enough to where those needs get filled.
But it's not like the South. The South, you show up, your neighbors are there bringing you food, they're talking to you, they know every intimate detail about you.
Yeah, it's not quite that intrusive, I guess. Not that I would feel like that's intrusive. I would enjoy that. He's a little more private. Yeah. But again, if you're willing to share the need, the community is going to step up and take care of it, which is awesome.
And the idea is that everybody takes care of themselves, and then if somebody needs something, then
the community helps out.
We were up the mountain yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was two younger gals driving a front-wheel drive car that they were making an attempt to get up a hill that...
They tried.
Good luck. They tried. The FedEx driver had stopped and was he was on the ground digging them out. And fortunately, we've got stuff in the vehicle to where we were able to hook them up and get them pulled out. That was just yesterday, and that's somebody needs help.
Yep.
We just help out, we smile, and we're good.
Yep, yeah. Absolutely. Now that it has been 2 years since our move, which is crazy. It's flown by. I cannot believe that we've been here 2 years already. What are your thoughts overall on Casper? And worth the move?
Oh, yeah, no, definitely worth the move. I mean, just from a financial standpoint, it's been good. It's hard. It messes with your mind a little bit when you're looking at the numbers because this move, it was less pay.
Yeah.
So dollar for dollar, we as a family, we were going to be making less money. However, cost of living
substantially
is
less.
Lower, and we use tools and websites to kind of help us calculate what that would look like, and we ran the numbers multiple times, and everything lined up, so it was good as far as being able to afford it here. And what was the question?
What are your thoughts overall on Casper?
Oh.
Quality of life?
It's good. So financially it's been good. Was it $2.06 a gallon for gas is what we just saw?
It was yesterday. It went up a little bit today.
It did go up today. Financially, it's been good. Freedom-wise, it's been good. It really has been nice. No air quality issues.
No, air quality is really good. Well, the wind kind of helps, but
yeah, kind of
helps keep everything blown away.
Yep, anything that's out there. So no, I'm able to do all my hobbies. The kids are able to go outside, play, and you don't worry about them. I guess that's one of those things. Grew up in the 80s, so I'm used to kids on their bicycles just all over the neighborhood. I used to do that. I used to bike to school. People didn't do that anymore back from the place we were from. Here, there's kids. They're playing in when there's snow. They're playing in snow. They're on the bikes, just biking around. They're building little forts out of stuff. It's like, okay.
They're knocking on doors for fundraisers for schools still. It's actually really sweet.
Yep. So no, it's good.
Yeah. All right, final question. What would your advice be to anybody considering making a move to Casper?
I'm going to broaden it out. So not just Casper. If you've lived somewhere your whole life and you're not happy with where you are, it's important to know that you're not happy with where you are and it's not something you need to work on with yourself. But if you're not happy with where you are, don't let fear just kind of lock you up. Be willing to explore.
Yeah.
Look at what else is out there. Casper's a very small population, but there's 59,000 people who choose to live here day in and day out that aren't destitute looking to leave.
Right.
If you're not happy, then do something about it. Change.
Yeah.
Nothing will change unless it changes. So
that's right.
Do the research. That helped me out quite a bit. Put pen to paper, look at the numbers, explore for jobs. I know a couple of your clients, they were looking at possibly moving to Casper, and it was, hey, do you have a job? Can you get a job? Mm-hmm. Phone calls, putting in applications online, and then getting multiple job offers, interviews.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, if you have a skill set and you have a good work ethic, you can get a job here.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, just do the homework on is it enough for our family to live off of? Does it make sense? Is it the lifestyle we want? It's been good for us. It's allowed us to continue our goals as a family.
Yeah.
It's provided for that.
It is a less busy lifestyle. If you like constantly being on the go, if that is what drives you, then I would say you probably really want to rethink Wyoming. It's a slower pace of living. Not like the South, but it is just slower pace in general because we don't have a big city, where there's constantly different activities going on. But that being said, there are still plenty of community activities here in Casper, but it is just slower.
Yeah, you actually can slow down.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is if you don't want to slow down, it's almost like everybody has a side hustle. Everybody has something else they're doing. There's a great entrepreneurial spirit here. And you'll be talking to somebody in a traditional business environment, and you'll have just a side conversation, and they're like, oh, well, as a matter of fact, that's my side business, and I work on, and you're like,
yeah.
Of course, everybody's got something that on the side that they're working on.
Yeah, because they have the time now, which is really cool. So, well, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
And as always, if you are thinking of making the move to the Casper area, please don't hesitate to call, text, or email me. I would love to help you make your next move, and we will see you in the next one.